सर्वभूतात्मा कृपालु गुरवे नमः। गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुर् गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः। गुरुः साक्षात् परब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। Please do raise your hand if you have a question.
Radhe Radhe Didi ji.
Radhe Radhe.
Radhe Radhe everyone. So more on the sadhana, Rup Dhyan sadhana. So as we say, as I've heard you say, and Maharaj ji, that there are 4 ways of thinking about Shri Krishna, 4 relationships that you can get into with him, right? When you're doing Rup Dhyan. For Radharani, she's obviously our Swamini, that's what we're told. But are there other relationships, such as mother, daughter, that are acceptable for Maharaj ji?
We must think of her not only as our Swamini, but as our mother, as our daughter, and as our Sakhi, our best friend. So these are the relationships with Radharani, not just one.
Thank you. Radhe Radhe.
There's a question here.
So if you look at book 1, why is like Krishna and Radharani's
Keep the mic close to your mouth. Why?
Is Radharani and Krishna's nose ring together?
Oh, that is because they are just one and the same. And in one of Maharajji's bhajans in Prem Ras Madira, Maharajji says, Urjhani ki balihar. Both of them are entangled with one another. Their nose ring is tangled, his nose ring is tangled with her nose ring, his earring is tangled with her earring, because they are one and the same, and they're both entangled with one another. That's why. Good question, good observation.
राधे राधे दीदी।
राधे राधे।
दीदी हम कहते हैं कि हम जीवात्मा हैं और हम भगवान का अंश हैं, श्री कृष्ण का अंश है, और राधा जी श्री कृष्ण की लादनी शक्ति हैं। तो हमारी जो जीवात्मा है उसके अंदर जो ऊर्जा देता है या जो एनर्जी देता है जीवात्मा को, वो क्या श्री कृष्ण की प्रेरणा से है या श्री राधा जी की प्रेरणा से है?
वैसे दोनों को कहा जा सकता है, क्योंकि हैं तो वास्तव में दोनों एक ही। वैसे तो वो लादनी शक्ति हैं, लेकिन वो ऐसी लादनी शक्ति हैं कि श्याम सुंदर के ऊपर भी उनका कंट्रोल रहता है। सो अगर आप श्री कृष्ण कहें तो भी गलत नहीं होगा, श्री राधा कहें तो भी गलत नहीं होगा।
राधे राधे दीदी जी।
राधे राधे।
मेरा प्रश्न है, अभी जो कीर्तन चल रहा था गुरु कृपालु मम शरणम, तो उसमें एक लाइन आती है प्रेम याचते नहीं तरणम।
प्रेम याचते नहीं तरणम, इसका मतलब हम आपसे दिव्य प्रेम की मांग करते हैं, नहीं तरणम यानी मोक्ष नहीं चाहते। प्रेम याचते नहीं तरणम, आई डिज़ायर ओनली डिवाइन लव, आई डू नॉट डिज़ायर लिबरेशन, बिकॉज टू इवन एज फॉर लिबरेशन इज अ डिज़ायर, एंड divine love is not a selfish desire, because when I receive this divine love from you, I want to serve you for all eternity, and I want to love you and serve you selflessly.
Thank you.
Right there.
Radhe Radhe Didi ji.
Radhe Radhe.
Yeah. I have two pieces of information. I'm not able to reconcile them. So one piece of information I have is like whatever we experience, pain or pleasure, it is the destiny given to us as a prarabdha karma at the time of the birth, and there is no way of changing it, no matter whether you cry out or do something, or maybe there is a chance of reducing it by following devotion. Okay, but in general, there is no change. There is no chance of changing the destiny, because that is assigned by God to us. So there is no negotiation on it.
I'll stop you right there. It's not. It's our own actions that have created our destiny. So God comes in only as a judge, who judges us by our actions and gives us the fruits of those actions. So it's not something that is given by God just like that. We have earned that destiny.
Yes, we did earn it, but
Yes.
the point here is there is no point, there is no negotiation on it.
Mhm.
Okay. So
Yes.
the other piece of information I have is, in Vedas itself, it was been for every problem you have, there is a solution. Like you go to a priest and you tell, okay, I don't have a children. Okay, then he will tell what is the procedure, what things you need to follow to have a children. Or I don't have a prosperity, okay, and he might say that go and do Lakshmi Puja. Or I have some problems in the family, he might say go and do Satyanarayan Swami Vratam, okay. So there is a falasruti for each of them. There is a procedure and there is a protocol, there is a falasruti for each and everything.
It doesn't work.
It doesn't work.
No, otherwise everybody would have.
Then why did the same thing came from Vedas? See, they didn't fabricate it, right? That information.
I will answer it if you allow me to speak. So in the olden days, when there were true sages and ascetics, like for instance, Raja Dasharath, he had requested Shringi, sage Shringi, to come and do the Putreshti Yagya. And then the Yagya did bear fruit. And they had the four sons, Ram, Lakshman, Bharat, Shatrughan. But that is not, that does not happen anymore, because people are not pure enough. They don't know how to do the yagya. We cannot fulfill the conditions. So that was a thing of the past. But even so, even when the Vedas say this, there's karma kand. There's karma kand in the Vedas. The Vedas tell us about karma kand, do this, do that. These days it's just to pacify someone. Here, you do this and you'll get this. If it worked, then there would be no childless couples in the world. There are many people who greatly desire children and they don't have any. So it's just something to pacify them with. Do this, do that, and you'll have this. If there was something somebody could do for prosperity, then there would be no poverty in the world. So it is true that every action has a reaction, and we have to accept our destiny. There's nothing to change that. However, what does change is when we do devotion, we become stronger inside. And we are able to tolerate, we are able to withstand even the most difficult situations in life, because we have become strengthened through devotion. So, Jnani bhukte jnanate, murkha bhukte roy. Tulsidas ji says, the intelligent one, the wise one, goes through the problems, the trials and tribulations in life with a smile on his face, whereas the fool is always crying. So both of them are going through trials and tribulations, through problems in life, but one of them is going through it with a smile on his face, the other one is always crying.
So there is no escape.
No escape.
Thank you, Didi.
Oh. Yes.
Radhe Radhe Didi.
Radhe Radhe.
I have read in some scriptures that it's really lucky to be born in Kali Yuga. And I wonder why they say that. Would you be able to explain?
In Kali Yuga, there's the easiest method to attain God. That's the only reason why it would be preferred to take birth in Kali Yuga. Because in the other Yuga, in the other ages, it's more difficult methods. And in Kali Yuga, there's so much concession given to us by God. You just take my name with love and you'll attain me. You'll reach me. You don't have to do any difficult tapashcharya, like austerity. You don't have to do any of that. You just take my name with love. Just Bhagwan says, you love me and you'll reach me. That is the only saving grace of Kali Yuga. Nothing else.
But in Kali Yuga, we are all the most downtrodden, right, people? So does that mean that it'll take long for us to reach God when we do? Or does it mean that, is it, when rishis used to do 15,000 years of, practice and
Yes.
everything, we will be equal to that, or how?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely equal. It depends on the individual's effort. The method is simple. That's what it is. The methodology is very simple. It was never simpler than this. And yet, it depends on the individual. If an individual really gets going and is very diligently practicing devotion, then he'll get there very fast. And not thousands of years, but in just very short amount of time, if we are diligent.
Okay, Didi. Can I ask you one more question?
Yes.
Okay, we talked about Roop Dhyan for Krishna. So what's the best way to pray to Maharajji? Is that your Roop Dhyan too?
Roop Dhyan too.
Roop
Yes.
Dhyan too?
Yes.
Okay.
In fact, doing Roop Dhyan on one's Guru is even more, it's more beneficial, because even though you may not have had Maharajji's darshan while he was here on earth, you can see him on video, you know what he looks like, you know what he sounds like, so it's easier to do Roop Dhyan. And because he is divine, the benefit will be the same.
Yes,
But it's
Didi.
just much easier to do Roop Dhyan on your Guru.
Yes, that's what I was thinking.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Radhe Radhe.
Radhe Radhe. Go ahead.
Radhe Radhe. My question is again on sadhana, essentially for ekant sadhana, Didiji. So, in householder life, at least in my case, there are days it's difficult to do this sort of format. I understand that this is the preferred way, right? Sitting down, doing kirtan, and doing Roop Dhyan. Roop Dhyan is essential, I understand that. And I'm just wondering if, Maharajji ever gave any instructions about this. Are there any alternate formats, such as if, it's loud in the house, or it's not acceptable? We don't have a temple close to us, so that's not an option. And it's cold out, so I can't go out in the forest and sit down and do kirtan. But if I were to do a walk, for instance, and I'm doing Roop Dhyan for 2 hours, is that acceptable at all?
It is in addition to the
Okay.
but the karma sannyas sadhana, where you are by yourself, then one must find the time,
Okay.
a suitable time.
Yeah.
It's possible.
Okay. All right.
And that is the main one, because you're sitting in one place and you're going to be shedding tears, and those tears are going to be very important. And everything else you do is supplementary. That's the main meal,
Okay.
and everything else is like snacks.
Okay, so that
Or
what I said
supplements.
wouldn't count for karma sannyas.
It does count. I mean, when you, let's say you're going out for a walk and you do, that does count. But the most effective one is when you're sitting by yourself and taking the help of bhajans and kirtans and doing that.
Sounds good. Thank
Yes.
you.
Welcome.
There's another format I thought of that I do sometimes, but so guided visualizations. There's some online with Maharajji's content, not kirtan, but guiding us through.
That's supplementary.
That's
Everything else is supplementary. This was, it's a must.
It's primary.
Yes. That's when you do battle with your mind, and the mind says, I want to run away, and you're trying to train the mind. That is a very effective sadhana. Yes, that's in that, there's no substitute for that. Everything else is good, but it's in addition to the main one, main sadhana.
Dhanyavad, Didiji, for the clarification.
Avashya. I think over here. Kishore, did you have your hand up?
Why did Krishna have the universe in his mouth when he ate mud?
Why did Krishna have the universe in his mouth when Yashoda Maya looked inside?
Yeah.
Because he has, he is the Lord of universes, so everything belongs to him. And he has a power called Yogamaya, and Yogamaya is a very good servant of Krishna. And Yogamaya saw that Krishna, her master, is going to get a beating from Yashoda Maya. So when Krishna opened his mouth and Yashoda looked inside, she saw those universes, and then she couldn't beat him because she just fainted after that. She just fainted after that. And then by the time she was conscious again, then Lord Krishna had made her forget what she had seen. But why does he have those? Because that means that he is the creator of those universes, and everything is under his control. They're all under his control. So Mother Yashoda saw this and she couldn't believe this. She couldn't understand it. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Okay. You have another question?
But there's a lot of misconceptions and like misinformation going around about like Hinduism. It's hard to know like what's real and what's not about it. So like, how do you deal with that? Like, how do you?
You find out what the truth is, then you know that this you come and ask me. Because if do you mean how do you figure out what's true and what's a misconception?
Yeah.
That's what I'm here for. You can ask me. It's so simple, right? Because yes, you are right. There are a lot of misconceptions out there, not just right now, there have always been. And the reason is that Hinduism, Sanatan Vedic Dharma, it's very deep. It is the deepest. It's the origin of all the religions. And so it understands God in its, in the totality. And it's so deep that it's misunderstood. So when you have a question, you can just ask me. Do you have any such misconception you want to clarify right now?
Not really.
Okay. I'm available for you whenever you, okay?
Just want to make sure I'm not...
Go ahead, don't worry.
Question on ananyata. So, I like to do a lot of practice, but the resources are very limited. Okay, we have a center, maybe a couple of hours on Sunday. Okay. Of course, there are online resources, but best is to be on site. So if is it, the question is again related to ananyata. Okay, is it okay to go to ISKCON temple and participate in their bhajan?
I think there's, it's not that it's wrong to do it, but I think the same time should be used to explore your guru's teachings and I think the same time should be used to sing Maharaj's bhajans, because then you're moving ahead. But if you ask me once in a while, is it wrong? It's not wrong. It's not that you're changing anything.
Okay. But don't do it as a practice.
Because you want to use your time in exploring what you have found, and that totally satisfies you. So then you spend your time in getting to know that. Get to know the philosophy and better, and get to know and become more familiar with the bhajans and kirtans.
Okay. Thank you.
Sometimes, if you listen to the philosophy, there may be there. If you go just for bhajans and kirtans, it's one thing. But if you listen to the philosophy, there will be some differences that will bother you.
Okay. So the
Yeah.
preference is don't go.
Preference is to bow to everyone from a distance.
Okay.
Yes, because everyone, they're talking about God, and yet you found your path, and you need to explore that. Once a devotee had written Maharaji a letter, and he had said, Maharaji, I went to listen to this one, I went to listen to that one. Maharaji didn't like what they were saying. And Maharaji scolded him and said, who are you to say that they're wrong? And secondly, how is it that you have the time? You have so much time that you go here and there listening, and you're not doing sadhana that you have been taught. So this is something Maharaji said.
Radhe Radhe Didi ji, what's
Radhe
the
Radhe.
difference between Pad, Bhajan and Kirtan?
So, very good. So kirtans tend to be, although not always, they tend to be sometimes, like Bhajo Giridhar Govind Gopala, some names. But it's a style of poetry. Let me say this much. It's just a style of poetry. Usually kirtans are Nam Sankirtan, like Bhajo Giridhar Govind Gopala, Radhe Govind. But Maharajji's kirtans are very long too. Some of them are like 8-9 pages long. It's just a style of poetry. It's called a padya, what we call pad, or bhajan or kirtan. Usually bhajan will have like a story, it will tell a story. Like Krishna is saying to his Maiya, Maiya mero rang goro karideri. Padya and bhajan are really the same. But it's a little different style of poetry, that's all. But they're all names of God or stories of God.
Thank you.
Okay.
Radhe Radhe. Is Ras and Maharaj same or different?
Shri Krishna does the Ras many times, and the Maharas is that one special night. So Ras is done in the let's say we hear about Basant Ritu ka Ras. And so he does many times he does a Ras, and then there's one Maharas that happened on Sharad Purnima night.
So Ras is equal to human night or day, and
I think so. Maharas is that one day of Brahma, yes.
the other question I have is, भगवान के 8 दिव्य गुण होते हैं, उनमें से 2 है सत्य काम और सत्य संकल्प. तो like by material intellect, when I think it seems the same, so I want to know what is the difference between those 2 qualities.
सत्य काम, हमारी जो कामना है वो पूरी हो जाती है. संकल्प, हमने संकल्प ले लिया, they are almost the same. हमने संकल्प लिया है कि ऐसा करना है, तो वो अपने आप ही हो जाता है. Almost the same, really. कामना बनाओ या संकल्प करो, थोड़ी सी अंतर तो है कि हमने डिज़ायर बनाई और हमने संकल्प ले लिया कि हमें ऐसा करना है. So,
Thank you.
उनके कामनाएं सत्य हो जाती हैं और संकल्प सच्चे हो जाते हैं.
Thank you.
Radhe Radhe Didi ji.
राधे राधे.
Can you please explain more about Ras? Because sometimes I heard some like people understood some other way, like because it is eternity what worked with the gopis, but people take it as a materialistic way. So can you please elaborate more about Ras?
So these gopis were very, very great souls. Some of them were maid servants of Sita ji, who had desired Bhagwan Shri Ram as their husband or their beloved. So they've come back as the gopis. There were some who were rishis, the sages and ascetics, rishi munis from Dandakaranya. When Bhagwan Shri Ram was in Banvas, he was in exile. They looked at him and they thought, I wish each one of them thought, I wish I were in the form of a female and he would be my beloved. They were sons of Agni and verses of the Vedas, they have taken form. So these are great, great souls who have come back as gopis, who have come now in the female form as gopis. And Shri Krishna is the supreme soul. These are the devotees. And Ras or Maharaj, Shri Krishna is giving the sweetest nectar to the deserving devotees. So there's nothing material about it, nothing worldly about it. In the Bhagavad it says that Shri Krishna sported with the gopis just like a little boy, a child, plays with his reflection. जैसे एक बच्चा अपनी परछाई के साथ खेलता है, इधर दौड़ता है परछाई इधर आ गई, उधर दौड़ता है परछाई उधर चली गई, तो ऐसे ही श्री कृष्ण ने गोपियों के साथ खेल किया. जैसे एक छोटा बच्चा जो काम रहित होता है, उसने जैसे वो अपनी परछाई के साथ खेलता है, ऐसे ही गोपियों के साथ श्री कृष्ण ने क्रीड़ा की. So it's divine. No talking, please, boys. So it's a divine phenomenon, nothing worldly about it. संसार में लोग अपनी बुद्धि के अनुसार कि इससे आगे क्या हो सकता है, हम जो जानते हैं ये गलत है, ये तो अपनी जो बुद्धि है, जितनी छोटी हमारी बुद्धि है उसको लगा लेते हैं कि ये तो ऐसा, ये गलत है, ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए था. तो भगवान की लीला तो दिव्य होती है और हमारी समझ में आ ही नहीं सकती क्योंकि हमारी छोटी सी बुद्धि है. महाराज जी कहते थे 4 अंगुल की बुद्धि है, सब जगह लग जाती है. तो जो व्यक्ति अपने अहंकार रखता है, somebody who's so proud of his intellect that I understand everything, he will go even to God and say, this is wrong, this should not have happened. Shri Krishna has said, welcome, Janma karma cha me divyam, my birth is divine and my actions are all divine. Over here.
I actually have 2 parts to this. My first question is, when we do like a jai, yeah, why do we have to raise our hands?
Oh, good question. That means I'm surrendering to you, O Radharani, O Shri Krishna. You know, like someone, let's say, God forbid, somebody comes with a gun and says, hands up. So we put our hands up, like, don't shoot me, protect me, I'm surrendering to you. But this is not anything cruel like that. We're just saying, I surrender to you, Radharani. Protect me from Maya. I'm surrendering to you. That's why.
My second question is, when we do bhog, why do we have to fan?
What we are doing is we're imagining that Radha and Krishna are eating, or Shri Maharaj is eating also. And then we are fanning so that there should be no mosquito or fly, nothing gets into the food. And maybe also to maybe it's a hot day, so we want to give them some air, some breeze, like that. So we're just serving Radha and Krishna and Gurudev.
Thank you.
Welcome.
राधे राधे दीदी जी.
राधे राधे. Oh, अच्छा, हाँ, राधे राधे.
इंडिया में, साउथ इंडिया में we address ठाकुर जी as कृष्णा, whereas आपने बताया कृष्ण बोलना है. तो when it comes to making my family to understand that, how can I do that?
Even नॉर्थ इंडिया में भी कृष्णा ही बोलते हैं. वैसे महाराज जी ने पॉइंट आउट किया है तो कृष्ण, क्योंकि कृष्णा तो फीमेल हो गया, सो कृष्ण है, पर सब लोग कृष्णा कृष्णा ही बोलते हैं. तो जैसे हम हरे राम संकीर्तन करते हैं तो सबको हिदायत कर दी कि हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, ना हरे कृष्णा. But most people do say Krishna still. But the correct pronunciation is Krishna.
उसमें गलत तो नहीं है कि अगर कोई
भावना गलत नहीं है तो ठीक ही है सब. Yes, भावना गलत नहीं होनी चाहिए, बाकी तो सब ठीक है.
ठीक है. एक और क्वेश्चन है, सेम साउथ एंड नॉर्थ का डिफरेंस. साउथ में जो टेम्पल में जो मूर्तियाँ रहती है वो डार्क ब्लैक कलर की होती है, whereas मैंने नॉर्थ इंडिया में देखा है लाइक कृष्ण का ब्लू कलर होता है, राधे का वाइट. Is there any significance why that is there? It's just the area wise.
I think it's this area, that's nothing else, but that there are so many differences between North and South India. Now now people are traveling more, they know so much. Earlier it was just like a different country, right? And for North Indians, it was like everybody from South India was Madrasi, And I've heard that for the South Indian, everybody from the North was Gujarati. So I didn't know that. So it was lack of travel. People are not traveling. They don't know each other's food. I remember growing up, I thought, oh, dosa, I get to eat dosa today. Now you can have dosa all the time. You can make it at home. Because it was like being in North India, you didn't have dosa. Oh, that's a delicacy. And so now everybody knows everybody's food. But I think earlier it was just a tradition in South India to have the darker murtis.
Thank you, Devi.
I don't think there's anything more to it, yes.
Thank you.
Right there.
I've always wondered what's the significance of the colors orange and yellow.
Oh, so this color, we call it saffron more than orange. So this is the color of fire, and it's the color of the rising sun. So the rising sun brings light to the world, and so this color, the one wearing it, brings light of knowledge to the world. And fire is a purifier, and it's this color. And so this is a color of purity. It purifies, as fire purifies. So these are the two meanings of this color.
Thank you, Didi ji.
You're welcome.
Radha Didi ji.
Radhe Radhe.
Just some information on significance, importance of Guru Paduka and Paduka Pujan.
Yes. So nectar flows from the lotus feet of Bhagwan and Guru. And we put our head, it's a sign of being humble as well. We put the top part of the body, topmost part of the body, our head, at the lowest feet, the lowest part of their body, God and Guru's body. And so we are humbling ourselves, and we are asking for that nectar that flows from their lotus feet.
Nice.
And we are also showing our gratitude.
Nice. Thank you.
Welcome. There's one question over here. No? Your dad says no.
What is Krishna's real color?
Oh, okay. All right, you can take the mic away now. Krishna's real color, you'll when you see him, you'll know. So it is a color that doesn't exist in the world. We don't have that color over here. So there's a flower, and it's kind of bluish color, and that kind of somewhat resembles the color of his body. It's like a bluish, but that blue doesn't exist in the world. So when you see him, you'll know what color. Then you can tell us all. Or some people say he's black, some people say he's blue. Yeah. Whatever you want to think of him. What do you like? Would you like to think of him as being blue? Okay, then he's blue. It's a good question. It's good.
Radhe Radhe
Radhe
Didi
Radhe,
ji.
Radhe Radhe.
So we have been taught that संसार में हमें चालाक रहना है और दूसरा के हमें दीन भी बनना है, तो how to balance both of them together?
In the world you have to be clever, meaning don't be fooled by anyone in the world. कोई सिर काट के भी दे देगा, हम इतना प्यार करते हैं कि तो सिर ले लो, उसका कोई स्वार्थ होगा जरूर. So always understand that everyone has some selfish motive. Don't become bitter about it, but just understand it, that that's how it is. So be clever so no one can fool you that, I have this happiness to give you. I will make you happy. A lot of people are always promising each other, I'll make you happy, I'll make you happy. There's no such thing. So be clever, meaning just know that no matter how someone behaves, they don't have happiness to give you. There's no true love here. And when it comes to God and Guru, be totally surrendered and accept everything. So totally opposite. Be one way in the world, be another in front of God and Guru.
Thank you, Didi ji.
Welcome.
Radhe Radhe Diji.
Radhe Radhe.
In one of the kirtan today, sang by our young man Pratyush, Udho Kahiyo Hari, it just shows how much all the gopis had love for Krishna, and they were crying and they wanted to meet him again. So why couldn't Krishna go back? Is it because to give them viraha?
Yes.
Vedana?
Yes. To give them separation, because that made their love for him grow even more. So it was to increase their love. And they did ask that, why did you? But they asked in a different scenario when he disappeared from the Maharaj. They had asked this question, why did you disappear? We were so devastated. And he said, because you thought about me all the time when I was gone, so I wanted to increase your love. But all the while, the gopis were seeing him everywhere. Jita dekhun tit sham mai hai. So that sweet pain of separation, to give them that, he did not come back. And the gopis could have gone there. Boys, no, come on. What's so funny? Tell us. So the gopis could have gone any time. They used to walk so much. They could have gone. But they did not go to Mathura. Because their thinking was, we will be going there for our own happiness. What if he's not happy seeing us? So they were so selfless, they did not go a few miles away. They could have gone easily, but they thought, he's not asking us to come. He has not invited us to come, and what if he's unhappy seeing us? So we will not go.
Thank you, Didi. And another question. In one of the series I watched once, and it showed that Nanda Baba and Yashodama, they actually went to Dwarika when Krishna was the king of Dwarika. Did that really happen, or is just a playtime?
I have not heard that. When he was in Dwarika, I think.
When he was already a king.
No, I'm not that I've heard. It may be true, but I've not heard that.
All right, Didi. Thank you.
Over here.
Radhe Radhe Didi ji.
Radhe Radhe.
When doing Rup Dhyan, how do you make your mind not drift to material things?
Right, and it does drift, doesn't it? So when it starts drifting, just, whatever it's thinking of, maybe it's thinking of some game, then think Lord Krishna is right there, he's playing that game. And so in other words, wherever the mind drifts to, you just think Lord Krishna and Maharaj are right there. And then again you're thinking of Krishna. Then when the mind drifts again, wherever it goes, just put Lord Krishna there. That Krishna is following me everywhere I go. The mind, he's following the mind. That's the best way of doing it. That's what Shri Maharaj has taught. That when your mind drifts away, just put Lord Krishna. Think that Shri Krishna has gone there, where the mind is.
Thank you, Didi.
Welcome.
How can we focus?
Oh, you want to focus on God? On your studies? On play? You want to focus on what? On God? Bhagwan mein? Right. You have to sing bhajans. So when you sing bhajans and you do the kirtans, Then you close your eyes and you think about Krishna. Think about really interesting things about Shri Krishna. Are you listening to me? Okay. You think about interesting things about Lord Krishna, like whatever interests you, and that's for all the kids here and for everyone really. Whatever interests you, think that Lord Krishna is doing that. If you like playing, what do you like playing? Parth? Catch? So yes, so you think that Krishna is your age and he is your best friend and he's playing catch with you. So that's how you focus your mind. You keep thinking of him. And you also like to come to Yugal Kunj? So Krishna has come with me to Yugal Kunj. And you also like to play dholak? Krishna is teaching me how to play dholak. Dholak is a drum. Just play that for a second. That's a dholak. That's a dholak. Yes.
Devotion to God and devotion to Guru. So Guru is respected in equal ends or more than that of God when it comes to worship. So with Lord Krishna, we establish different kind of relationships as a friend, the highest is Madhurya Bhav. Okay, as a friend, maybe I have my hand on his shoulder, or he has his hand on my shoulder.
Yes.
Lord Krishna. Okay, and we are enjoying. Okay, and I can even go to greater heights when I go in the Madhurya Bhav. Okay, that's a kind of relation one is establishing with Lord Krishna. Like, how does this go with Maharaj ji? Because most of the Rudhyan, I will tell you my situation. Okay, I don't know whether I'm doing it right or wrong. Okay, mine is like, I have great respect to Maharaj ji. Okay, and I do my prayer to Maharaj ji when I do Rudhyan, maybe few seconds or a minute, and then I get into, I spend most time with Lord Krishna in different bhavs. Okay, so I'm giving pretty much like a minute or under a minute to Maharaj ji to start with, and rest take over with Lord Krishna. So is that right or is that not right?
Shweta Shvatra Upanishad says, Yasya deve para bhaktir yatha deve tatha guru. As you practice devotion to Shri Krishna, in the same way practice devotion to your guru. Now, so that says it all. But if you find it's more helpful to you to think more about Lord Krishna, then that's fine. Someone may feel it's more beneficial for them to do Rup Dhyan on their guru, that's fine too. The guru is divine, so it's the same benefit. But what benefits you more? That would be fine. You're concentrating on Lord Krishna. Great.
Okay, if that is fine, establishing bhavs is only with Lord Krishna, not with Maharaj ji. Is that true?
It depends on the individual. Everybody has different feelings. So as Shweta Shvatra Upanishad has said, as you practice devotion to Shri Krishna, so practice devotion to your guru. So that's, the Vedas are saying the same sentiments should be towards your guru.
So the bhavs are with Maharaj ji too?
Yes.
Okay, not only with Lord Krishna.
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Right here, Radha.
Who is Shweta?
Shweta Shvatra Upanishad?
Yeah.
It's one of the Upanishads. It's called Shweta Shvatar. So when you put the two words together, It's like Shvetashvatar Upanishad, Shvetashvatara Upanishad. It's not a girl. Sia had a question and then... No, you didn't have a question. Okay. Sheetal.
Radhe Radhe.
Radhe
Didi ji. We have read Bhagavad Gita. Some shlokas we can understand, but some shlokas we can't understand. So I'm always going ahead of my guru, whatever. Before Kripalu Maharaj ji, I have like a Datta Guru. We are from Maharashtra. So I always used to sit near my guru and I always, what is this? I am not able to understand. So sometimes I was able to understand, sometimes I was not able. Why? This is why, because sometimes I'm good in my life, my mood is good, my health is good, and everything is good, then I can do. But sometimes I'm not able to concentrate and like that. So I'm struggling. So after Gita, I started to read Bhagavatam. Is it okay to read Bhagavatam by ourselves, or we should learn from other higher authorities?
As far as all the scriptures are concerned, जैसे भागवत हो, गीता हो, कोई भी हो, नियम ये है, भागवत में तो स्टोरीज हैं, कथा भी बहुत है, तो कथा पढ़ने से कोई हानि नहीं होगी, वो तो अच्छा ही है, लेकिन जो नॉलेज है वो अपने आप समझ में नहीं आएगा. So when you read any scripture, if it's like Ramayana, there's a wonderful story of Bhagwan Shri Ram, and you read that, that's great. But as far as the knowledge is concerned, if we read it by ourselves, even the Ramayana, it's most confusing.
Confusing.
Yes, and so every scripture has a built-in clause, and that is, don't read me by yourself.
Yes.
Read it, understand me through the Guru.
Yeah, so that understanding I started to do with meditation and all that. So sometimes I got the answers. So I was not able to do the Rupa Dhyan and all that, but whatever I considered my Guru, I'm just holding my Guru in my heart. Please guide me. What is the meaning of this? And when I'm sleeping, that time my Guru is not giving me any knowledge, but whenever I'm sleeping, oh, the answer is this. But I don't know whether that is true or not, because in the morning I'm getting up, but because of health I'm not able to get up now. But I'm getting my answers. So
there's a danger in that.
Yeah,
There's a danger, like our mind is saying this is the answer.
Yeah.
So when it comes to following a guru, there's no doubt like that. There's always, the guru has a very clear-cut answer. Like we would ask Maharaj, and or if we didn't get to ask, it's all in his philosophy. It's so much knowledge. So you're not guessing by yourself. You're not just thinking, I asked my guru in my mind and this is the answer. Because
with the scriptures. Some answer, if I have some answer.
Yeah, I understand.
Scriptures are also like guru.
No,
yeah, Shastras
they're
are
not. They're not. No. They, Guru has to be one who comes in the human form and teaches. So scriptures तो बहुत सारे लोग पढ़ते हैं, पर वो confused हो जाते हैं, या फिर गलत समझ जाते हैं.
So what's the so how we have to improve ourselves? So if I want that knowledge, then because after getting knowledge, some people are getting, ahankari, and we have read so many stories, no?
I think if you read the scriptures by yourself, then you say, oh, I know this.
Yeah, I know, yes.
So it's the only thing to do is to listen to read the Guru's literature. जैसे महाराज जी का हम पढ़ते हैं, प्रेम रस सिद्धांत, and there's बहुत सारे और हैं. तो हम पढ़ के फिर हमें पता चल जाता है और उनके लेक्चर सुनते हैं तो उससे सारे क्वेश्चंस के उत्तर मिल जाते हैं. So by listening to the Guru and reading his philosophy, that's where you get the answers.
Okay. So I don't think so in one life we have to take so many lives, then we will understand Radha, Krishna or real.
No, I don't agree. That's not true.
We can go.
Of course.
Oh, that's good. That's the simplest way.
Yes, absolutely.
Thank you, Didi.
Welcome. You have another question? What is it? You can say it without the mic. What is it?
What is Krishna's favorite animal?
Krishna's favorite animal is a monkey? I think he loves all the animals, really. The cow. You had the answer already. Why did you ask me? And that's what a lot of people do. He did it innocently. But we have we have an answer, let me ask anyway. You like he likes peacocks too, and cows. He's, yes, yes.
Why does Krishna act like a businessman?
How? A businessman? How? What do you mean? Does he carry a briefcase? Or like a tax collector. That's called Leela. Those are his wonderful things he does, so that when you hear the story, you fall in love with him. You have to look at me when I give the answer. You ask a question, you can't look away, right? So that's just his Leela. That's what he does, and devotees fall in love with him because he's a prankster, and he's so when he steals from the gopis, when he robs the gopis love it. They don't hate it. Any other question? Yes, sir, sure.
Regarding literature, literature is ocean. There is so much. Why should we even read the literature?
Which literature though?
Any literature.
No, I was saying Guru's literature.
Oh, okay.
Guru's literature.
Okay.
Like books written by the Guru and the lectures given by Shri Maharaj.
Yeah, that should be good enough for us to...
That's all you need.
Yeah, because we will be confused reading the other stuff.
Yes.
And it is ocean. We will never be able to...
Absolutely. So what a Guru does is I'll just talk about Maharaj. What Maharaj has done is he's taken the knowledge of the Vedas, Upanishads, Purans, Smritis, and Gita, Ramayana, and other scriptures, and he has extracted the most important knowledge out of there. And he has presented in a way that, in a logical, sequential way. You understand this first, then you understand this. I tell you, when I first heard the philosophy, I couldn't get over it. I still can't get over it. So beautiful. It's in such a sequence. And so it's easy to understand. So easy to understand. You go from A to B to C, logical. Earlier it was, it's here, or scattered knowledge. And nothing made sense. It was a jigsaw puzzle with thousands of pieces. Nothing made sense. That's why they say that without a guru you cannot gain knowledge.
Yeah. Maharaji has given us a distilled information, so there is no point in breaking our head, going through Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, Chaitanya Charitamrtam, and a lot, many other books.
But Chaitanya Charitamrtam is not a scripture. It's about Mahaprabhuji. But it's not a scripture as such. It's not giving knowledge. It's wonderful, but it doesn't, it's different.
Yeah, but the question is, there is no need to go outside of our own literature.
I think once you have exhausted Maharaj's literature, it will take a whole lifetime and more. Then you can go to, and you wouldn't feel like going anywhere else because, you open any scripture of Maharajji, Radha Govind Geet, Shama Sham Geet, Prem Ras Siddhant. If you're a real seeker, you'd be addicted, you'd be hooked on that. There's no denying it. I've seen people who follow different methods and all that, but when they hear Maharajji, they just couldn't stop listening to him. All night long they listened. When Main Kaun, Mera Kaun lectures they came on, they were broadcast when they became available on the internet. I know people who just listened all night long. They said, I can't believe it. The amazing knowledge that's there, it's unheard of. So it depends on the personality who came to this earth. Panchamul Jagat Guru.
Thank you.
Radhe Radhe Didi ji.
Radhe Radhe.
I heard that Kripalu Maharaj went in jungle and he did some tapasya. Is it true he went by himself?
He did.
He was very... So exactly what happened?
He was only a teenager at that time.
Yeah. So exactly what happened? Because maybe he has something in that age. That's what somebody chosen him to become a Jagat Guru. So is that was Krishna or something? He has seen really like Krishna or something.
Yes, Maharaj was born like that. He didn't have to learn anything when he came here.
He was born on Kartik Purnima.
Sharad Purnima.
Sharad Purnima. Okay.
But what I mean is, when he was born, he was already divine. So when he went into the jungles of Sharbhang Ashram, there were wild animals in there.
Yes.
Now it's all very civilized and all that.
Yeah.
But he didn't go there to do any tapasya. He didn't need to do any. He went there because there are lots or however many holy people living there, and maybe they needed to see him. So, and there are stories about that too. So they needed to see him. He needed to give darshan to this one or that one, because he had nothing to learn from anyone. He, of course, acted as if he did. He had teachers. One of his teachers was very old when Maharaj became Jagat Guru at the age of 34. And he came to, Maharaj said 2-3 men were holding on to him. He was so old. And he came to touch Maharaj's feet. And Maharaj just leapt up and touched his feet. And he said, no, nahi, you yam Jagat Guru hai. You know, you're Jagat Guru. You don't touch anyone's feet. Maharaj said, par aap mere guru hain. Maharaj said, unka rona shuru ho gaya, par rone lage. So Maharaj had teachers, but that was an act. His teachers would say, tum hi padha lo bas. Maharaj would say, Guruji, ye sahi nahi hai, but tum hi padha lo na fir. Like that. But he didn't learn anything here. He didn't have to do any tapasya. Nothing of the sort. Nothing.
Because that is very
It's all his leela.
Yeah, his leela.
And he has shown how he was Paramhans. When he came out of the jungles, he was just a skeleton. He had not eaten in so long. And so people took him home, and the ladies, they would think that he's like their son. He's a teenager. And they would feed him with their own hands. He would go to them without any luggage. He would wear the clothes you have at home. If there's no men there, like there's only ladies' clothes, he would wear the ladies' clothes. Like not a single, nothing, no luggage whatsoever. Maharaj, at that time, they used to call him Paramahansji. So, I mean, his history is just amazing. He has shown that, he was that, and then he became Jagat Guru, and then he had the ashrams. He's shown every aspect of his. It is time now to conclude. So I will, we shall conclude then. Boliye Vrindavan Bihari Lal ki jai. Srimad Sadguru Sarkar ki jai. Jai Jai Shri Radhe. Jai Jai Shri Radhe. Jai Jai Shri